Hello and welcome back to the stream where today we're going to be playing Genshin Impact. Now last time, I believe we left off doing the Archon quest where we actually solved the murder case, making Linny and Lynette free of any charges, thank God. Yeah, so apparently the lady wasn't dead. She was like the thief that we caught in the beginning of the Archon quest, like the very beginning. We couldn't find her. She showed up at Linny's show, and then some other stuff happened which I don't remember. Though I do remember being very disappointed during last stream because we did not get Zhongli, and I have not been on Genshin any part of the weekend actually. So obviously I don't have a lot of Prima Gems. I mean, I did go on Genshin a little bit. Let's see how many wishes I have here. I did go on Genshin a little bit to do the rest of the event, but I don't think there's another event currently. I'm going to be so mad if Zhongli's banner leaves and I don't get him. I've been trying to get Zhongli since the start of this account. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. $35. Okay. Well, now there's 36 wishes and still no Zhongli. I am so mad because there's no other way to get Primo Gems currently. See, I thought this event ended in, what was it? It was like ended Sunday or something. Apparently it was this event. I kept mixing the two up, so I thought I had a little time for this. Though I wasn't able to complete all of it, I was able to get the Prima Gems from each of them. Which was nice! But what's not nice is that there's no event. I am so anxious about that, but you know, if we don't get Zhongli, he'll probably have another rerun banner in the future. And then I'll just get another 5-star probably. Also, it was Razor's birthday. When was this? Saturday. 2 days after my birthday, which is adorable. Familiar day, familiar place. Smell your scent. Strange you haven't come a while. I love that he's trying to speak English because he was raised by the wolves and this is so cute. Also, it is a little weird that they give you stuff for their birthday, but I'm not complaining. It's adorable. I love Razor so much. Teacher says this scent is memories. Nose useless. Useful thing in chest. Oh! Also, his teacher is Lisa, which is cute and scary. Though she is a librarian, I guess. And technically a graduated scholar from Sumeru, I believe? Teacher also says you understand. This scent for you. Teach me, can you? Oh, it's so cute! I love that so much. He's trying his best. Alright, we're gonna go back to, Hotel Debord, however you say that, because, Navia decided to, give us, like, a farewell dinner, I think? And since this was the start of Act 2, I believe it was, yeah, I feel like something's gonna happen here. I literally know nothing about the Archon quest, but I feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know. I'm a little anxious. I don't know if something's gonna happen or if this is gonna be like the end of the first part of the Archon quest and there's gonna be a next part in...
I came here several times with my father when I was little. But stopped
what
eating
was
here as
it?
often after growing up.
4.1?
I hope the food here will be to your taste.
See, she actually reminded me of like a Fontaine version of Lisa, but I really like Navia actually. Not more than Nouvelette though. Nouvelette is cool.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
Eaten at a hotel?
Paimon's getting excited already.
Normally hotels only have breakfast.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Although, to be fair, this wouldn't be a normal hotel. Does this hotel actually have rooms unlike Wangchu Inn?
Everything looks so good. People in Fontaine
Is that
sure know
baklava?
how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest
It
of
looks like
Spina di
baklava,
Rosula
but
next
it
time.
might be lasagna.
And if it's
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of them.
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Oh,
you, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right?
it is a victory
We did just
feast.
win that case after all.
But we did learn Linny. I like how she gets her own chair too. We did learn that Linny and Lynette are members of the Fatui. They're not like harbingers or anything, thank God. But they work for Arlecchino, the harbinger, basically, because I think they told us that Lynette was sold to human traffickers, and Linny was trying to get Lynette back. So he snuck into this like estate, and there he already found Arlecchino, who had saved Lynette. And I don't know if she actually like killed the guy who kidnapped her or not. I don't know. But now they work for Arlecchino as a family, and she's also has a nickname as Father, which is weird, but yeah, I want to trust Linny and Lynette, but because Arlecchino is so creepy, I don't know. And the thing is, in the video that we watched, Arlecchino, she like pushed down cardboard cutouts of, what was it? Of Linny and Lynette, and I don't know, I'm just a little creeped out by it.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Who are you complaining about food? This isn't Paimon, apparently. Does Navia like food as much as she does?
Pieces. Do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this
Oh,
is all
right, because it was revealed that, Linny wasn't the one behind the serial disappearances because the lady was alive.
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
I want that cake.
I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means
want
to
that
dissolve
cake.
these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us,
Wait,
Paimon wouldn't have ever
what
believed
if
that a
we
person
get
could be
baited?
dissolved like that.
Well, I mean, the rumor was that young women would just like disappear. What if we just like wander around acting defenseless and then we find the guy? How would that work? Would they like
Right?
kill us,
Yet
or
it was because this was
would we
such a
find the other
preposterous
girls?
notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations,
Instead, he turned into a
even
puddle.
the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail
Somehow.
of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not
You
that
do
I
not
don't have
trust
faith
the
in their
authorities?
ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow
Navia's
perspective.
smart.
A shift in thinking is required
So
at such
apparently
times
Genshin
in
Impact
order to
likes
produce a
2
breakthrough,
separate hair
which
things.
is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
A lot
Those
of characters
highfalutin
have
folk
separate
are not
hair things.
all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks
Even
where
Lumine
filth falls
does.
through, where their watch fails them.
Oh,
That's the kind of problems
secret
we solve.
police.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, This was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right?
Are you trying to
Let's
coerce
talk
me
about
into being
something
in your
else.
business?
Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some information, but we haven't had much of opportunity.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
How do we find the correct
I
time or
see.
place?
So,
Do we
your
have to
primary
save her
objective,
nation before we
which has
talk
been
to her
foiled
like
so far,
we did with the other
was to have a
Archons?
chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
See, the adorable thing about Navia is that after all that had happened, before she took us to the dinner, she asked us to like help find the missing persons case, I think. But we instantly shut her down, and she was like, okay. Well, in Inazuma, they asked for help with the war. We said no. They pushed us anyways. Navia respects us. I mean, we became a captain there, but I mean, we became a loyal attorney here.
Yeah. We heard that she's super
Law.
popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll
Attorney.
be tough
Whatever.
getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's being
Are
a
you
fearless
telling
person,
me to
you.
break the law
Chock
to
full of
find the
sketchy
Hydro
ideas.
Archon?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate.
Also,
a
how
performance
did you
troupe at the
even
Opera
find that
House,
girl?
Only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance.
How did you even find that one missing lady? I mean, obviously she was still in the opera house, but did you, like, see her? Or did you kidnap her and wait till the last moment? I'd say I'm gonna trust Navia wholeheartedly. And I want to trust Linny and Lynette wholeheartedly as well, because they were the main characters that we saw in, like, the Archon chapter preview video. And one reoccurring theme between those characters that appeared in those chapters were characters that basically like helped us the most. Like Suru was Sino, Inazuma was Ayaka, Liyue was Ningguang, I think, and then Mondstadt was Diluc. So there's kind of like a trend there. And then technically the second to last one was Snezhnaya, where it actually showed the Fatui. So I'm wondering if the Fatui somehow help us, or we don't get any help there. I'm confused. Infiltrate a performance trope at the opera house, only to abandon your act, the play's climax, and ask to speak to her after the performance. Ooh.
I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending. And
Also,
would agree in
I'm
order to finish watching the
curious
play.
because
Don't you think?
I'm genuinely curious because only Zhongli and Venti are among the 7 original Archons, so I'm wondering what happened to the other Hydro Archon.
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
For you, maybe.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed.
Huh?
Then, wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all
Oh,
your
that's
questions.
definitely not legal.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm
Personally
sleeping, I'll
testify?
do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Yeah, because we almost got ourselves arrested twice.
Point. I overlooked that part. I was just
Overlooked the part where we almost get arrested.
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could. Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break.
Huh?
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. false accusation she had nearly upheld personally.
Well, I mean, she is like a
She
celebrity.
feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
I like that Navia is actually trying to help us find Farina. Or find and talk to Farina. But we're not technically helping her with the missing persons case. I really like Navia. I mean, it's worth a try. Would someone with her personality really feel shame? Well, I mean, the way Nouvellette talked to her in occasional moments, she seemed like shy. Like, I don't know. Her relationship with Nouvellette is weird. I feel like she is somehow related to Nouvellette.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Oh, that's so cute!
Paimon,
There-
drink my Fanta?
Oh, Fonda!
Was this your drink?
Oh, is there missing food again?
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really
Nope,
paying attention.
guess
and
that
the
was
cup
just
right
Paimon.
next to Paimon. Would
Well,
you
there's
like
only
to
2
order another?
cups. It's closer to
No,
her.
it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly,
Man,
Paimon
now I'm
wouldn't
in the mood for
recommend
Fanta.
Anyway, it tastes kind of salty and icky.
Salty?
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll
Blacklist.
go pay.
Why would a drink taste
Yeah,
salty?
We're
Ugh.
stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
I imagine she would say it tasted like more fuzzy, bubbly kind of taste, like actual Fanta in real life.
Oh,
Though I don't know.
so
Maybe it's like
full.
tea?
Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking. Okay, seeing Paimon walk would be a little weird. How can you barely float? Does it take any of your strength to float? I mean, it would take some of your strength to like hold your legs up like that and just instead of just having your legs hang limp. I don't understand what floating a little lower would do.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you.
What? Excuse you?
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh,
Apparently
nothing,
calculating
nothing.
expenses.
It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Oh no, Navia, please let me pay you back. It was a pretty pricey meal, all thanks to Paimon. Oh right, because she ordered double the food.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia.
So we're just gonna
So this is goodbye, huh?
see her on a
Well,
break?
If you do encounter any other trouble,
Does she take
You're always
breaks?
welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya.
Oh, I like Navia. Yeah, there it started. I really thought something was gonna happen. See, I like that it showed that it started as the cutscene was still going on. Go to the fountain in front of the opera house. See, that fountain is weird. That's like where couples wish for children, even though I can like give my hydro sigils to it. It's super weird. How can I get rewards from that? I don't know. It's just really, really weird. Do I need it to be days specifically? Oh, puppy! Ooh, puppy! Oh my god, they got different kind of dogs! You look like an either white golden retriever or maybe like a Labrador. Oh, you're so cute! I love the dogs in this game. Oh, and the tongue sagging out of their mouth. I'm in love with this. Also, the dogs have hats apparently too. Some fancy dogs. It's weird.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
What does folklore even do? Right!
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yeah, and it was clear during the day. She said it sounded like a
That's
name.
kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache? Vache.
Who's Vache?
Hey,
I mean, there was the one guy that betrayed us.
there might be something nasty in the water.
Things are getting a little blurry. You can feel strong emotions?
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Oh, you could hear it too?
Traveler? Stop walking!
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Wait. Oh, is this how they kidnap children? Is it like a Oceanid? Oh, well, that's the third. Fourth, technically, I've seen, but not on this account. Third on this account.
Vache, are you my dear Vache?
Who are you?
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
Oh. Am I able to do this because I'm not from this world? I'm sorry, but who are you?
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Oh.
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
You were once human? Were you one of the missing girls?
Yes,
Because that happened a
is
long
what
time
I
ago.
was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
And you're looking for Vache, but I've never heard that name. You lost your form.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water. And then I met him.
Oh, wait a minute! She could be one of the girls who just dissolved. Like, with that magical primordial sea water, I think. Could she be one of the girls who were dissolved?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril.
And then you were turned into Oceanid? Wait, did I go in the fountain? I'm confused. Where am I?
Dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much.
Aww.
But now,
That's cute.
we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting,
That's sad.
I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need me to find him? But where even are we?
No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way.
Yeah,
for
because we
us
don't
to
know how
create
long you
any new
disappeared
memories.
for.
The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters.
Aww.
If you
Well,
meet
why do you
Vache,
keep calling for Vache then?
tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
It's gonna be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface.
Oh
filled with
no!
such
As she
sorrow.
turned into a bottle, she could see Vache.
If only I could have come for
Oh man, I want to kill the people who did this to them.
Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
That means Vache was a witness to the fact that you dissolved?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving.
I mean, I did witness it.
I consider it a form of release.
Release?
It was a state of neither
Didn't
fear
you
nor
leave
frenzy,
your love?
with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
So it basically felt like refreshing to you then? To be dissolved? Seems that after the body is dissolved, some measure of the consciousness still remains. But where are we right now?
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Alright, I wonder how much time has passed in reality. Where are we?
I am glad that you were able to sense my presence.
Oh, but I want to know your name.
Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me
Vache
out
could have
any
had many
longer.
lovers, though. Right? Oh, wait, is something happening? Wait! Oh, I knew. Wait, Navia? What is going on? Why are the mecha attacking Navia? And the guys, the men in black. Oh, does she have a dendro vision? Oh no, that might have been from the mecha.
Mademoiselle, look out!
Why are they attacking her? I'm confused.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Gardamex? Oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Oh, it's the one
And
general lady. Chlorine. Her name. Wait. Is Chlorine protecting us? Oh, this is taking such a turn. I'm so confused.
quick, now's our chance.
Are the mecha going out of control? Oh, wait. Okay, let's actually hope that she's not our enemy. She has a gun. If she's our enemy, we're screwed. Oh my god, I got chills. This is so cool. First instance, Chlorine reminds me of Kujosara. Okay, what was that? Chlorine has an electrovision, so she's seen as different from other people.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand.
Chlorine.
But before
Her name is Chlorine!
could you explain how you managed to show up here?
Okay, what
Followed you.
happened?
It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
Followed her or followed
That following
me?
someone without their knowledge is
I'm-
actually called stalking, is it not?
I
Mr.
mean, you were
Collins's last wish
you were
was for
telling
me
me
ensure
to
your safety,
hide under someone's
and I will
bed
not betray
and
his
interrogate
trust.
them.
He would do the same were he alive today.
Mr. Callus.
Do not speak of my father.
Oh.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Oh.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional
Okay,
harm.
can someone tell me what
Sorry,
just happened?
Did not consider your feelings.
She was following
What
her.
else do you know?
I
How
passed
did you
out
come to the
apparently.
conclusion that I'd be in grave
Mecha
danger?
appeared.
Although I
Navia
know much
appeared.
more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Well, yeah, they
Your
have water
performance
that
tonight
can
will almost
dissolve
certainly attract
people
their
from
attention.
Fontaine.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these
What?
mecha have serial numbers. I
Is
was
that
sure to
basically
check a moment
like
ago.
the
They
army?
are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some
So these ones are
powerful
different
or
then?
wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means.
Arlecchino?
Calling it a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league then?
Yes. Be careful and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light.
Okay.
My
Tell
father's
me
true
what
last wish.
happened. That was really
Regardless,
cool and
Regardless,
all, but that
thank
is
you for your help
confusing.
today, Clarence.
I knew something was gonna
But
happen.
if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon.
Okay, but I
So
like
I
her
shall stop
hair
following you. Good day, all.
and her eyes. Okay, can you take me to
I
Folklore,
suppose
please?
that's the best news we've gotten today.
Guess not.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
I like that sometimes it goes into the POV of the traveler. It is so cool. What just happened? I already know who that is.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, she was
Paimon
next to,
Those Gardamex
Folklore
came out of nowhere while you were
when we first
unconscious,
met her.
and Nadia and her gang saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us.
Champion
too.
duelist?
We got
Oh,
lucky
wait,
there.
maybe I don't want to fight her,
Probably couldn't have
actually.
fought them off otherwise.
Paimon, you can't fight in the first place. What do you mean you couldn't have fought them off? Of course you couldn't. But okay, so Chlorine is a champion duelist. Maybe I don't want to fight the champion duelist. I mean, I want the title, yes, but oh wow, that was terrifying. I mean, I guess I did face gods before, so oh, so you're you're a fighter now, Paimon. I'm gonna thank Navi instead.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth,
Very well fight.
every meal we have together
Why
shall
are
be
you
a
here?
victory
You didn't
feast.
follow us here.
As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
Hmm?
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina
Oh, is
de
that what-
Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Exactly.
You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well,
Yeah,
to
because
be
apparently
honest,
they
you're
appeared
the one who tipped us
out of
off,
nowhere.
Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she
Okay, but how? You were in the
Yes,
quarter
all thanks to
fontaine.
you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Huh?
how did that help?
You put a tracker in a
Parted
drink?
ways. I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Do you mean that I thought it tasted strange as well? Wait. But I couldn't be sure.
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors.
That's
So
what
how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Oh, wait! Wait! Okay! Thank God! Navia didn't drink it then, because neither of us are from Fontaine. Well, apparently Paimon's not from Fontaine then. Where are you from, Paimon?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me,
Spina
Oh,
de
you would have
Rosula is preparing
dissipated.
the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Fortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from Fontaine. Otherwise, we would have been dissolved.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Because
It was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now
I
we're
mean,
back
I
in
don't
this
know.
mess too,
Maybe
aren't
to
we?
get rid of the legendary traveler. Either that or because we're girl. Though I have a feeling that's not the case. The second one isn't the case because you can either pick Lumine or Aether as your main character, and I don't think they would do all of that just to switch it up for
Well,
Lumine.
you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking
Almost.
of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice.
I mean,
calling
I
for
saw
Vache
an
again.
Oceanid looking
Oh,
for
and this
Vache.
time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint.
According
Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
According to Lynette, the ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the hydro element. And I mean, I'm sensitive to all elements, I think, because you know, I'm not from this world. I can just adapt to the elements. Though I like Animo the best.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
So they would like be someone from not from Fontaine drink the primordial seawater. Where even is that water, by the way? Is it like directly under Celestia or something? I'm confused. Someone not from Fontaine drinking the primordial seawater or like getting it splashed on them or something, they would be more sensitive to the hydro element. Would they be able to breathe underwater like I can? Or is that just because I'm not from this world and I don't know, it's a little quirky. I can adapt to the hydro element too. I also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice from the fountain belonged to one of the missing women. A person named Vache was witness when she dissolved. It was her lover, actually.
Oh, that is important.
Okay, but this could have happened like a long time ago. You tell everyone what happened when
Vache.
you connected with
That
Oceanid
name
consciousness.
doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately.
Either that or
Since
he's
that
dead.
young woman dissolved, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
Either that or he was like the one that did it. But one, how was she in the fountain? Two, how did we get into the fountain? Like our consciousness in the fountain because we were just laying outside of the fountain. Three, I'm so confused. Because didn't it say that the missing girls cases happened like over like a bunch of years? I feel like they said that.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
By we, you mean us too, right?
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
I mean, you
well,
did save
you
my
did
life.
say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
Farewell,
Besides, we're in this
investigate?
now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Messing with us will cost them. I mean, I did get to see Chlorine fight. This will prove to be their biggest mistake. Heck yeah,
The
girl
muzzle
boss!
didn't try not to look quite so pleased. You're the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back
I
to
love
Little
Navia
Oasis,
so
shall we?
much.
I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as
Oh no,
partners.
Navia has
But
a
we'll take that one
geovision,
step at a
right?
time, I guess.
Don't worry,
And
you
then
two.
Chlorine
With
has
us
an
around, our
electrovision.
base is definitely secure.
I need to go to Folklore. Is it a coincidence that that happened just before we were trying to meet with Folklore? I know, it's a little strange. Alright, Cornofontaine. I'm guessing we're going to Navia's place now. what are we gonna do with such little intel? Like, does she have an idea on how to do this? Take this stuff. Ooh, are we going down underground? That place is creepy.
It's right up
Blah, blah.
ahead. But let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Why are your eyebrows
Very good.
twitching?
But let's not let our guard down for now.
It is so
I
weird.
shall
Is that a
find rooms
glitch?
for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
I don't know. I feel like someone's still following us, but maybe that's just me. Go to the range accommodations, Navia. Go to the accommodations, Navia. Arrange. God dang, I can read. Alright. Place under the ground. Ooh. It's creepy. But, I mean, Linny and Lynette did say you can only see, like, what's on the surface. That kind of thing. Are these aren't, where are the accommodations? These are the accommodations. This place is creepy. What is this place? Well, that has roses, so I'm guessing that's,
This is your base?
yeah.
Quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, so much for my expectations. Thanks.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
I could see that.
After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact,
And
our
yet you
funds
tried
often
to make
come from
me do
citizenry who
something
support
illegal.
us.
Seems like it's
Many
not
illegal
for
things,
everyone.
actually.
But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Aww.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
The Spina di Rosula isn't just a name, it's like the
Mademoiselle, if
title
you'll allow me to explain.
company.
And no, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can
It
understand.
reminds me a lot of
father's name is
Ayaka and
Callus.
Ayato.
Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died
Did he?
in the duelist's
Oh
ring.
no!
Oh no.
Wait, did
But
Chlorine
I
kill
do
him?
not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
To prove his strength?
3 years
Or
I still don't
because he
understand why
was
did that.
actually guilty?
How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Do you have any clues as to why?
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
So he's trying to be eliminated like we're trying to be eliminated.
That's right.
Creepy.
I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must
Why
get to the
would he
truth.
kill his friend though? Why is this
If
place
only he'd been
echoing?
more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Aww.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth for the sake of your family. Yeah, I kind of know what that's like. You know, we're quite alike in this regard. Yeah, my sibling is hiding a lot from me, apparently.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
Okay, twitchy
I
eyebrows.
also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle.
That's adorable.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters
Oh, and
decreased
that
greatly due
name,
to that
too.
incident, hence our
He
strained
died
finances at
with the
present.
name Callus the Unfaithful. That's
Callus
sad.
was such a good man. Wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No kidding.
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive
Yeah,
to
people
from
definitely
Fontaine,
revel
really.
in drama in
Everyone's
Fontaine.
like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
Yeah,
But how could...
people like drama.
Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that
But we
happen to
can't
him.
assume immediately
There
that
is
he
one
was
other
falsely
thing.
accused.
Master
No
Callus's
offense.
opponent in the duel was Ms. Coran.
I knew it!
Oh. Her? Well,
I
then
mean, she is pretty
isn't
terrifying.
that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder the mood between you two is strange.
Yeah. That's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Yeah,
Ms.
considering she
Coran
killed
has always
her
placed
dad.
great emphasis on the honorable nature
That
of the
glass is
duel.
dirty.
If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either.
Aha,
She knew
I
Master
saw
Callus
that.
beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was
Are we gonna
resolute
fight
in the arena,
Chlorine in the end?
there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself
Did
to
she
do
say
that.
it was only a couple of years ago
Afterward,
that he
Ms.
died?
Coran told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Then that indicates that he intended to die in that duel. Because he was guilty?
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa.
I'm
Madness drove
all
you
the
to
more
ask the person who
confused.
killed you to take care of me. All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted
Wait,
to share
he
with you.
asked
Even if it did
Chlorine
sound
to
like I
take
was just
care of her?
complaining towards the end.
I'm even more confused now. I love your sleeves and your dress and your... I love Navia so much. I understand how important this is to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, I was almost killed quite a few times.
Eat.
Please.
Which, you know,
relax
is
and get some
actually
sleep.
pretty
We will
normal.
ensure you rest soundly.
Okay, so we have to investigate the missing girls' cases. And, and find the case with Navia's father. No!
Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula or Master Callus's death, it all landed on Demoiselle's shoulders so suddenly.
Are his eyebrows
Slow
still
You
twitching?
must become stronger.
His eyebrows are still twitching. Why are your eyebrows twitching, my guy? I don't think that's a bug. Because his eyebrows are twitching even now. I like that there's rosebuds at the anchor on his hat, like they are right there. I never realized that. I only saw, like, that sign right there. Right? Do you actually get to see the room? No. Peaceful night passes under Spina di Rosula's
Paimon slept so well.
protection.
This place feels almost too safe.
Does Spina di Rosula mean anything? I'm curious. Yeah, no, I don't think it means anything. Oh, well, there is, Corsican? However you say that. Spina di Rosula means, Rosethorn. So that's kind of close, but I don't think it's French. I don't know.
Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of
Poison?
origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not
You
much
sound
for
so
them to do
fancy
here. At the
here.
moment.
He's
I
fancy
get the feeling
dancy.
that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that.
I mean, they are like her guards, I
Were
guess.
you waiting here the whole time?
Even though they couldn't
No,
defend
I
her.
just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding
Is
the
it
name
day or
Valche.
night right now?
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
I mean, how is that gonna help us exactly?
Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
I'm confused.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
So he could be
I
dead.
suspect that those behind this have
Either
already
that or it
taken
was like a
steps
code
to
name?
hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Valche person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too
He
late?
could have been eliminated too, though, right? Is it
No.
only girls that
There
disappear?
is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine
Like
that
with
they
the
would
water?
find almost impossible
Or is it
to
just
threaten,
anyone from
no matter
Fontaine?
how much they wanted
No, it
to.
is from anyone from
And that
Fontaine because the
is
one guy
archives
disappeared.
Kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the
Okay,
cases
so
in
we have
recent
to
years are
steal
kept.
detailed
If
files
the
from Vivillette.
Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice
steal it
for
from-
you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
I
Um,
liked that we'd get to talk to him, but
Aren't you coming along now?
I don't think he's just gonna give us critical evidence just like
no,
that.
It's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something. And I feel like he has some kind of tie to Farina. I don't know. I feel like he has more power than Farina. He's strange. He's very, very strange.
Palais is right up ahead.
And obviously he's like a couple hundred years old. Because we talked to the one Melusine, I think it was. And I think she said he was like at least a couple hundred years old. The Chief Justice's office. Well, there is quest. You guys don't look like the guys that would help me with that one guy. Because the one guy that betrayed us, I can't remember his name now. I know his name started with a V. He betrayed us and it sucked and I want to kill him for it, but I think if the quest does update, then it would be like after like 4.1 or during 4.1 or something like that. This is not the opera. I thought he would be at the opera. Oh.
Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Okay. I like that there is, what was it? I like that the Archon quest has updated so much since Mondstadt. It is so cool.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Does it?
That proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
No kidding.
Hey,
Legal
you
files?
recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who
You're so
are
cute.
or who you might be related
Why
to.
do you all have brown
Our
hair
rules
though?
Make no exceptions.
You all have brown
See?
hair?
They've got
Hey,
great
let's-
discipline too.
Yep, yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes,
What?
I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
You're so cute!
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
Is the Steambird the newspaper?
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
That's a lie.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
I mean, it's not necessarily a lie. Oh my god, you're so cute!
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through.
Easy as that, apparently.
Just inside.
I thought he was busy.
Thanks so much.
I like that they look like they have mitts too. Oh. This reminds me of Chi-Chi at Boo Boo Pharmacy. Like how she had to look up. That is so cute. I love it so much. Nouvelle? Oh. Cool.
Come in.
Oh my god, the arcade quest is updated so much. Oh my god, Nouvelle is so cool. How did your voice sound that clear from... Alright. You're so cool! Oh my god! He looks so cool. He sounds so cool. Ah!
Pardon, Monsieur Nervalette.
I can't get over
We
Nouvelle.
in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
Being our friend!
We're looking for a man called Vache. He
No!
may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information.
Also, tell
on
me
the
your
case.
backstory. I want to know if you're
Ah,
connected
I
to
see.
Farina. You have the
In
same
that
color
case, please
palette.
wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
You're actually gonna help us? Oh my god, Nicolette is so cool.
Who knew that Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Yeah, I have a feeling he's not when he's actually, like, you know, working and stuff. Even though technically he's working now? Oh my god, he is so cool. Is it gonna take him a while?
Unfortunately,
Oh, it does.
I'm quite certain that no one by the
He
name
has
of
long
Vache
hair,
has been
too.
involved in any case, criminal or civil,
Okay,
in the
so
past several years.
either
There are no
it was
records
like a
of him
long
either
time
in the
ago or is a
files
code
or
name.
in my memory.
Guess that we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem.
Oh my god, Nouvelle is so cool.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional
Oh,
man.
he
We
knows!
deeply regret his
Actually, I'm not
passing.
surprised that he knows. I mean, you were kind of the ones who... You didn't kill him directly, but you were kind of the ones involved that
What
killed him
are
directly.
you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Oh, you still call him Mister.
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy?
The only thing
Or
I
just
don't really
express
like
some tendril of regret.
about Nouvelle is that the main body part of his outfit is a little bland, just because it's actually like a judge's outfit. Also, I believe Nouvelle is going to become a playable character, which I am excited about. Though I don't know. Just a theory of mine. But, yeah, his outfit, like, is bland because it looks like a judge's outfit. And, the rest of his outfit is cool. Like, the very bottom and the very top of his outfit, pretty cool. But, no. Nouvelle is just so cool.
No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion
He
behind your words.
feels!
You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Ooh. Is that a glare?
It's just like last time. after my father took his place in the duelist ring?
Oh my god, he's
To the
still
guards, to
taller
talk
than
to you
Navia
as a
even.
last resort.
Look at how
You even told me then that you
high
thought there
her
was something
heels are.
fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing.
Yeah,
compared to
probably
the
'cause he's not
laws you
human.
hold so dear. If
He
you
might
truly
be like,
regret my father's
oh
death, then
no.
why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh, I like that they animated tears, but that's sad. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Nuvalet might be like similar to Klee, where he could be hundreds of years old, but he's just like an elf of sorts. That might also be Alice, though I don't know about her.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised and hated by all. Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment.
Probably
Just the
because he
tiniest
knew
effort
he
could've
wanted to
changed
die, or
Everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
oh no! Oh my God!
I'm
It is.
sorry, Miss Navia.
Okay, but like even the motion of their eyes has updated so well. In the Archon quest, like he looked down and then he looked back up before he responded. Even just the slightest detail like that is so cool.
You and my
And not just
father
because it's
are
Nuvalet.
truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything.
Aww.
Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh. I feel bad for Navia, but Nuvalet is so cool too. Oh. So we can't find anything regarding
Navia,
her.
are you okay?
Oh no, it's raining
I'm
too. Oh wait, is Navia the Okay, so Fremine told us a theory that or like a rumor or something that when it rains in Fontaine, that's when the Hydro Dragon is crying. And I originally thought the Hydro Dragon was dead because I saw a large skeleton under the water. Still think it is dead, but Navia, are you the Hydro Dragon?
Rain. It's raining.
Do you have to be actively raining for it? Or
Wasn't it
actively
still
crying
sunny when
for
we
it?
went into the
Or
building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
oh right, it happens during the trials too.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Hydro Dragon was crying?
What is it? Did you think of something?
Your father's case. Was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't
Is
find
the Hydro
anything of
Dragon
value.
even alive? Or is it just a rumor that it rains when the Hydro Dragon cries? But there was something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water!
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
Ooh.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right.
Okay, but how
Did
does this
I
help
not
us
connect
find
the
the
dots
person?
Earlier. All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Wait, I gotta find
We're gonna
something
make
real
progress
quick.
for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Do we actually get a choice? We do get a choice! Okay, is it gonna teleport us if we say that we do want to go?
Great. Let's go then.
Yes, it does teleport! Okay, I'm looking at something actively. Is it going to teleport us? Yes, there we go. Go to Poisson. Sounds like croissant. Oh, I've seen this place. Okay, is this where we're like investigating the missing persons case and the death of her father? I mean, not really investigating the death of her father, but kind of. Is that a ship?
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
That's strange.
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this.
Is it inside the ship?
Our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I'm starting to understand why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
I mean, that looks like half a ship, to be fair.
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Talk to Malus on the ship. Is Malus one of her like Men in Black guys? Because they look like Men in Black. Like, ooh, they're super dangerous and stuff. Oh my god! I'm getting distracted. I shouldn't get distracted by the puppy. Oh, but I love animals so much. Oh, and I think they updated the way the dogs look as well, which I really like. I'm just gonna take your guys' food supply if you don't mind. Okay, so I wasn't listening to Navia at all there because I'm still trying to investigate something. I'm just letting the Archon quest play itself out. Kitty!
Malus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
Ooh,
You said
yay!
before that
I'm
you still had some
important.
business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Possible. Could the mastermind be the same person? So you're thinking that... Oh, the same person when the guy disappeared in Linney's case. Okay, that could be.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many
Was
years ago,
her
something
father's...
called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Was
At a
her
glance,
father's
it was a
friend
kind of drink that could
dissolved?
excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, It's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
Oh.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance.
Okay, yeah, I
As
wasn't
he
listening
oversaw
at
Brazil,
all.
My father
Now
was
I'm paying
compelled to
attention.
put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Synth,
Boss's
illusions,
uncompromising attitude incurred the
uncontrollable
Synthbender's
body,
wrath.
basically.
But no matter how much they
Is what I
threatened or
got.
bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Does
Yes,
Chlorine have anything
but
to
the
do with
enemy
this,
was
or
very
was she just
cunning.
there because she was the grand
So we could never
champion?
get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally,
Ooh,
he
to
was
quote
able to
unquote
convince
buy
someone to
them
become his informant.
so he could find
The
them?
man's name was Jacques. He felt
Jacques.
greatly ashamed about his
That's
work
fancy.
after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet.
So it's
at his
basically like a
countryside
drug.
estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Oh, Jacques was the guy that he killed.
What happened? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
So, oh, so someone had dissolved then. But who?
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's
Didn't you
almost
say
certain
that
they
Jacques
belong to a
was
third
your
person at
dad's
the
friend,
scene.
though?
With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
2 shots. Maybe your father got into an argument with Jacques? But it could also be possible that the third person was to blame. The third person that dissolved?
You're right. We still don't know what happened.
How does that have to do with
My intuition
synth?
tells me
How
that
does
we're
Jacques
on
have
the
to
right
do
track
with
to
synth?
figuring it all out.
Is he like a synth mastermind, or
I'm finally headed
was
towards the
a
truth.
mastermind?
Jacques was an empathetic
Before he
man
was
who
shot.
was infinitely remorseful for
Jacques
his
was
past
shot.
actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with zero warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of
Oh,
warning.
the synth music!
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Aww.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I
Aww.
not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect
Oh, she's
anything
willing to risk
in the end?
everything to find out what
Synth is
happened.
still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed.
Aww.
Did he think I'd just
Navia,
accept his
you are
meaningless
too
death
sweet.
and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day.
How long
and
ago was
certainly
his
not
day?
now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
Oh, that's
This is
cute.
indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable.
Where's the other
and
guy?
More importantly,
Twitchy
Demoiselle,
eyebrows.
I think you're also
Silver,
ready
that's
to
his name.
take this on.
So you do know something else, Maloose.
Ooh.
Yes, I do.
I knew it!
In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
They had a connection?
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Oh no, wait! Oh, did the boss know that then?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him
Oh,
that
he was
had
gonna die anyways.
no more than 5 years left to live.
Wait,
And the serial
was
disappearances case caused him
um
great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough.
what was the
time
other
to
guy's
resolve this
name? Not
long-standing
her
conflict.
dad's name.
But once he passed
The guy
away,
that
all of
died
the danger would
name.
pass on to you. Knowing all of this,
Was he trying to
decided
kill
use
Navia?
one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public.
So you didn't
If
tell
something
her
were to
all of
happen
this
to you,
because
then he and all those he told
you
would
wanted to
immediately
protect her?
expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never
Oh
appeared to
wait,
look
there was
sick to me.
No
a
father wants their
Fonta.
daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as
Although there
proud as
was two
Boss.
cups that were technically poisoned in the Fanta.
To him,
Though I
dying in a
think the
duel
other
and
cup was
suffering
meant to
lasting
be
dishonor
Navia's,
as
not
the
Paimon's.
Unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
Aww.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
Oh.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything
Oh,
precisely
Navia.
because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
He gave you the choice to live how you want. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Maloose, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters.
Uh-oh.
When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
I mean, that would be
You
a little
mustn't
dangerous
forget
considering
that
we
we're
don't know the
fighting
layout.
against a mysterious and dangerous organization
Exactly.
that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters.
I'm only half paying
We
attention.
also have no idea what kind of evidence
I might
we may
have
be
to
able
rewatch
find
this part.
inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war.
Yeah,
The
and
worst
then we
case
might
would
be even
that
in
we
more
leave
trouble.
empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
It's like going into the hideout of
In
Fatui.
that case, why not
It's
work
very
with the
dangerous and
authorities?
Well, you
not
saw
really
one of
much
them
reward.
dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. we have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot
Oh,
of
now we're
thought into this, Malus.
detectives, man.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve
I like that
the
there's a
boss
lot of
and
sea
Demoiselle's
decorations
will.
here.
I've always
This
been
looks like
willing
it
to
would have
take
been
on any kind
underwater.
of risk for your sake. But considering
There's
my
like
relative lack of
seaweed on the
ability,
ceiling.
I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula.
Is there a
or at
spy?
least have an informant planted here.
There's a
When
spy!
I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors.
Oh,
If the
you have an
vendors
idea
didn't
who the
change their
spies might
plans, then
be?
the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
3 people?
First is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
I don't trust him. He's suspicious.
Florent?
Yes,
Florent,
surprising,
that's a
isn't
fancy
it?
name.
He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could
Okay, yeah,
possibly
he's the
capture
most
this
suspicious.
whole time.
I don't
There's
know about the
someone
other
else
2,
like
but
him
he's
too.
most suspicious.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Oh, but he's suspicious too.
Uncle Marcel.
What is this confrery?
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers,
Who should I
they
find
provided us
most
with plenty of support.
suspicious? Or do we have to
It's
go
a bit
interrogate them?
difficult to imagine someone using their
How is
own
interrogating them
money
gonna
to
do
hunt
anything
down
though?
themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man
Thierry.
responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Ooh, he's
Although
a
the
spy
guards
for
mostly leave us to
Spina di
our own
Rosula.
devices,
If
there
he's
are
a
still many
spy, then he
activities
could
we have
already know
report
how to
the
be a
local
spy
authorities.
for the
Since Thierry is
synth,
always in the know
whatever
about
it's
our
called.
current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These
Ooh.
are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think
There's
that
one
the
who has
enemy
big
we've been fighting
connections.
against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
There's one who had big connections, one who can always plan one step ahead and has connection with the guards, and one who is basically like in a sister clan of the Spina di Rosula, I believe I heard.
If you want to investigate
They're
them,
all
please
suspicious.
take every precaution to not alert the quarry.
Yeah, that's what I was
Judging
saying.
from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
But
Of
what if
course.
it's not either
And
of them?
Thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that
I mean, he
incident,
did have
Jacques'
a
wife
gun
and
in his
daughter
hand
were
and Jacques
taken
was
into the
shot
Spina's
twice,
care.
so...
They still live in Poisson today.
Ooh.
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus.
Was it raining in
really
Jacques'
the
death too?
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Leave it to me, I guess.
I hope we
I
can
mean,
work
I
together
was trying to find
uncover the
Farina,
truth.
just so I
and
could,
end
you know,
this
find
case
my brother
once
and
and for
know
all.
about Conria, but sure. Ooh, more investigative stuff. Callus's case records. 3 years ago, on a rainy night, oh, it was rainy. Banquet goers heard 2 gunshots outside the house. When they reached the scene, Callus had a gun in his hands, and Jacques had been shot and slain. Shot and slain? Does that just basically mean he's dead? Oh. Based on the investigations done then, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. Which, instead of going to court like a normal person, I mean he would have lost anyways, but instead of going to court, he fought to his death, basically. And obviously he couldn't win. Woo! What do I have? Was that just the investigative stuff? Oh, right! I forgot about Child's vision! Okay, that's a really cool close-up. So, is Child gonna have, like, negative feelings now that his vision has technically been taken away from him? Or does it have to be, like, an extended period of time as his vision is taken away from him? Because there was the Vision Hunt decree, people had their visions taken away, and they got, like, super depressed and stuff. And lost motivation for anything. Is that the same thing with Child? Tartaglia, Ajax, whatever. It appears as if Child lost control of the elemental power within it before. The vision has lost its glow now that its owner has left it behind. Okay, that's actually cool how it lost its glow. There was the record with this case. Oh, so I have case books! Oh, and then, yeah, okay, so, Navia's father's death also relates to the missing girls' cases. Why is it only girls, though? Is it Jacques' family? Jacques' family? I thought we were going to investigate the 3 guys, but, not being suspicious at all. I like that little squid, octopus, whatever it is.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me.
What's
and
the
enjoy
difference
your
between a
conversation
squid and
at
an
your leisure.
octopus? Let me look at them side by side. I mean, obviously an octopus would have 8 legs, but... Octopi have brown bodies and 8 sucker-covered limbs. Squids have more triangular shape and 10 limbs. Oh. 8 arms and 2 tentacles. What's the difference? Oh, wait, yeah, I see the difference between an arm and a tentacle. Basically like a little cartoon. Okay, that's cute. Huh. So those are strange.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Ooh, that little girl looks angry! Oh, she hates us.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Well, I mean, Navia's dad did kill probably her dad, so...
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time.
Yeah, because we're trying to investigate his
After
death.
what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the 2 of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
Aww. But
Aren't
now
all
they're
of
still
those
mad.
things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
I mean, did you hate your
I
husband or something?
understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
But
I didn't
oh,
know
you're
how to
twitchy.
face you,
I don't
because
think
I didn't know
her
what I could
dad
possibly
killed your
bring as a
dad.
consolation
If
gift.
it is your dad.
I know.
Yeah,
only
I feel
the
like
full
Jacques
truth
would be
could
her
bring
dad.
closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt.
Oh, Oh, she's
On the matter regarding
sweet.
my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Huh?
Would you mind sharing it with me?
We're trying to
I
investigate
really
murders
can't
here.
believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times
Through
that if he could
synth.
turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He
Oh.
had many regrets.
So he was
and
genuine in
felt
the
that
end?
he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried
think
to be
Mr.
as
Callis
careful as he
is
could, but
Navia's
even
dad.
so, he was still found out
Ooh.
by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Does that mean someone ordered Jacques to take out Callus? And then it ended up being the different way around?
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense.
That's what I was
It's
thinking, but
impossible
then
for me
he
to hate
was...
him for
He
what he had
didn't go
done.
to trial, though. He
Mama,
just battled
why
until
is
he
Papa
died.
still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well,
Probably because he was
things
threatened.
aren't always as they
Or
seem.
you guys were threatened.
You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah,
I mean, did he do
Papa
good
was
things?
a really good man.
He did work for
The
synth,
best in
right?
the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of
Aww.
whether he left you a
Navia,
parasite
you have so much
or
in
a
common
sword.
with this girl. It's so cute.
He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Thank
trying
you
to bring this
for
girl hope
everything
that
you've
you
told
didn't
me.
have. Navia.
I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you.
Are we
I'm
going to
very grateful
investigate
to
the
hear
three
this from
guys?
Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
Aww.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Oh, that's cute. Wait, but Malus or Silver didn't say that to you? Also, where was Silver? Was he just, like, not needed or something? Or was that not Silver's department of knowledge, I guess? Jacques' family believes that he had struggled greatly with the order to kill Callus. Did Callus act in self-defense, or was there more to the incident? And I feel like it's gonna be like the other stuff, and we're gonna like piece it together,
I'm fine. Don't worry.
like we did
Let's
in.
investigate the three suspects
the opera.
next. Florent should be nearby,
Isn't this?
and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Oh, he looks like
I'll
one of the
get
guys.
myself together on the way. So please don't worry.
Oh, Navia, your father died and you don't know how. Take all the time you need, girl. That is so sad. I almost collected that. I don't want to collect that yet. Hi, you're first suspicious guy, but we can't let you know that we're
Greetings,
on
boss.
to you.
How may I be of assistance today?
Telling us
I'm
of
sure
a
you've heard
murder.
What happened at the Opera House? Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic,
Because if he
I'm
gets
sure
suspicious of
journalists will milk it
us,
for all it's worth.
that he thinks
And
we're
it'll be all the
suspicious of
talk for the
him,
next several
he could
weeks.
shy away and
It
or
also
tell
reminded
Synth.
me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we
Was this
should
like
try
a
to
couple
reopen
years
this
ago?
case.
I'm confused.
Can you do me
think
a
it was
favor
a
and try
couple
to
years
recall
ago.
what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air.
Not to
So
shoot
we let
someone,
him go without
probably.
thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
I
My
still
first
feel like it would
reaction
be
was that Mr.
self-defense.
Callus's
Is
life
that a
was in danger.
swordfish?
So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was
Did
look
he,
back and
like,
forth
say
at each
anything
other.
afterwards? Or
Not
did he
knowing
act
what to
different
say.
afterwards? I'm
So you
confused.
also remember
They're not
2
giving us a lot of
gunshots then.
context
Indeed.
after the murder
The guard
happened.
said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But
So
I've
it was
never really bought
probably
that
in
explanation.
self-defense.
Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running
It was
to the
probably
scene.
According
to the
Jacques'
guards,
gun.
That doesn't mean he couldn't have had
Wait.
other guns on his person.
Yeah, Callus left the gun on the
About the
table,
clothes
so it
left at
was
the scene
probably
that you
Jacques'
mentioned.
gun.
Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
I mean, there was clothes, it was raining, it's definitely possible.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying
It's
Mr.
suspicious
Callus
that it
ended up
keeps
with the
raining
gun
every
because he
time these
seized it
people
from one of the other
disappear.
guys?
Except
But
for that
hold
one
on.
guy in the opera.
If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel.
And
Did he
I'm
lose
so
all faith
confused
in
by
the
that
courts
because
after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
I don't know, it's a mix of whether he's innocent or not.
About that, Malouse told me a thing
The
or two.
battle makes it seem
So,
like he's not
I think I can
innocent
understand why he
and just
committed to the
wanted
duel.
to die.
I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
But
I understand.
the incident
Then
with
I'll leave Mr.
Jacques
Callus's
makes it
honor in
seem
your
like he
hands, boss.
is
And if I may
innocent.
just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was
The
invented.
stuff with Jacques
Many
that
people
happened
have laughed at me
makes
for
him
still
seem
calling him
innocent
Mr.
because it seems like
Callus,
self-defense.
even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today.
I believe
No
this
matter
guy
what
was the
others
guy
might
with like a
say,
lot of connections
He'll
stuff.
always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth.
Oof, saying that
You
in front of
and
the
all
current
our
boss.
comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
So the Spina di Rosula is like a company slash what was it? I don't even know what I was thinking. It's basically like a company. Florent, the advisor of the Spina di Rosula, claimed he was very grateful to Callus for his kindness. He was also present at the banquet on the day of the case and can provide evidence that Callus did not carry a gun with him when he went out. But we gotta ask him if he was there during the opera too, because how did that one guy even dissolve at the opera? He was giving away intel about Synth. I believe it was Synth. Or at least the missing girls cases. He was giving out intel, and then he was turned into a puddle somehow. It just happened randomly, like no one was by him. I don't think. Except guards. Does it only take like a droplet of water to kill them? Where's the other guy? Is he like... Oh, go to the Carta Fontaine and speak with Theory. Is he not here? Oh, don't tell me the other guy is gonna be here. I'm gonna be so mad if he is. Cause for some reason, it takes like a long time to teleport now. Sometimes. I say that and it takes an instant. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm most suspicious of you. Were you at
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
the opera?
Now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've
I
heard
don't
that you
even
made
think the
quite
guards
name
were
for
near the one
yourself
guy
at the Opera
that
House.
dissipated.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent
One
off to
step
Poisson
ahead,
because I
ties
had
with the
done
guards
something wrong.
and Spina di
Are you sure
Rosula.
there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic
Poisson,
job
I like
running
that.
the town.
I don't
Building
like
Spina
that
di
though.
Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way.
I feel. Okay, that's a little suspicious. But I feel like. There's gonna be like multiple Archon quests in Fontaine solving different things. Kind of like there was in Sumeru. Is that a Shrine of Depth? If so, that's really pretty. But one of the Archon quests, or like the final Archon quest, or the most major Archon quest, has to be relating to this. Either that, or it's like a large world quest.
It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly
Because that's
easy
not
but
just a
high-paying job in
failed
the city.
experiment by the academia. That's ginormous blocks of Fontaine. And yet we still haven't explored all of Fontaine, so I'm really curious about that.
Anyway,
And
enough
kind of
chit-chat.
terrified,
Are
too.
these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If
I
you
mean,
want to
yeah,
go through the
any
original files
Fontainian
from your
would be.
father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course.
Guard what?
Without them, I couldn't possibly.
Oh,
handle
wait,
Poisson on my
Gardamex
own.
had attacked us!
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Oh.
You see, just recently, we were attacked by a
I thought we
horde of
were supposed to
unnumbered
make it
Gardamex
seem
in the
like we
city.
weren't suspicious of them.
So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
I thought we were supposed to make it seem like we
Then
weren't
you
suspicious
think
of
too
them.
highly of my
I'm confused.
abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes
I
for
like that
me and
there's
my
a lot more
Gardamex.
analogies now. It
Removing
helps
a
me
serial
understand
number
more.
is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So whoever
it's
their
from some
owner is
fancy
must be
pants
super rich, powerful,
person?
or both. Now
Arlecchino.
to mention it though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Arlecchino.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
I don't know. He seems really suspicious.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
No, I think he's the most suspicious, and we haven't even interrogated the third guy. Thierry is the person responsible for official contact between Spina di Rosula and the guards. According to him, only sufficiently rich and privately own large number of Gardamex. Okay, but Finn, is this a guard puppy? Oh my god, this is a guard puppy! eyes.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
Well, the puppy's falling asleep. Oh, that's actually so cute. Even though you can hardly see the eyes, it still like animates the eyes. I love that so much. But your poor hair, though. Your tail must weigh a lot, like. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna stop getting distracted by the puppy. I should just be able to fly down there. No, but they said that the one track, like this kind of track, I think, was temporarily cut off. And I think that's because of that. Obviously, that's gonna be covered somehow. Because they just said it was like an accident. By research people, and I don't know, it's just suspicious. Did I lose health from that?
Hello. How may I help you?
Are you the
I'm
one
here
who's
to see
suspicious?
Marcel.
Oh.
Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him. Sure. I will let him know right away.
Staff. What is this? Is this a clothing shop? He arrives in a hurry.
Ah, Navia, hello.
He doesn't seem like he's in a hurry.
Keep waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress.
Uncle, I
just
think
wanted
it's
to
like a
talk to
form
you
of
briefly about what
respect.
happened in the opera house.
Maybe.
I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
I mean, I don't think he would
Yes,
put his
I've
own
never
brother
seen
on
anything
trial.
So strange.
Oh, you were at the opera house too?
That's right. I went there
He
with
looked like
Navia
an
to see
older
the
version
magic
of
show.
those guys
Who
at
knew it
the
would turn into a
event
whole
that I
murder
did.
mystery?
That lasted like an
I also
entire
witnessed
stream.
your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To
Sleuth.
beat the Hydro Archon at her own
That's a
game
fun
on her
word.
own turf. I can already imagine
Is that a
everyone in
fountain?
Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
A fountain in the land of fountain.
Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how
I mean, we did
Fontaine
meet
is
the
as a nation.
Archon of Drunkards,
Everyone loves drama and
so...
theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you
Drunkards
also
is
know
basically
about
like
Ethan, right?
another term for
The fact that
alcoholics
humans
in
can
this.
dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Okay, but they all seem
Exactly.
suspicious.
I still don't have much solid proof,
Fancy
but I
puppy!
can sense that the other side has already
Does
begun
that puppy
to
have
act.
pants?
Oh, and what makes you
Is that
say
his
that?
fur?
We were attacked on Aranias by some unnumbered Gardamex.
It looks like that
And
puppy has
It was
pants.
also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even
I
be
mean,
here
she
talking
just
to you right
accidentally
now.
drank your drink.
Oh,
Thank
you
God
gave me
Paimon
so
isn't
much
from
credit.
Fontaine.
Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared,
What
you
is
can always return
Poisson?
there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabriere will use its funds to the last
Oh,
more
this was
to
like the
bring them to
sister
justice.
version of
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't
Spina
intend to go into
Ursula.
hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
That puppy might have pants.
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Okay, this guy seemed a little more suspicious.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure
Keeps
things were running
mentioning his
smoothly. I
age.
didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a
I
gunshot,
mean, he does look
and the
old.
rest was history.
What, did you hear 2
Oh,
gunshots?
it's okay. No need to push yourself.
He said
We'll
gunshot.
ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues
Singular.
elsewhere.
Gunshot.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora.
Okay, but
All my wealth
I
comes
think
from Callus's
Spino de
patronage and
Rusula
support.
needs more.
I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Okay, it's either you or the one guard guy that seems the most suspicious. Marcel is the leader of the Confrérie Cabriere. Cabriere? How the heck do you say that? And was the organizer of the banquet years prior. The Confrérie and the Spina di Rusula have always maintained a close working relationship, though his recollection of the events of the case is quite foggy. He is willing to defend Navia. I don't know. That makes him seem a little suspicious. What, is there anything special about this fountain? I feel like this fountain specifically, I would give my sigils to, not the fountain where people pray for babies, but I don't know. There's nothing special about this. I can't like click on anything. It's just a fountain in the place that literally means fountain. Fontaine means fountain in French.
Time to go.
I don't know. It's really weird. Do I need to go up here? Was there people arguing over there? Whatever. Why do these bushes seem lighter than the actual grass? You can only destroy chunks of them at the same time. Oh, it was here.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I mean, they all kind of sounded suspicious, but none in, like, specific sounded suspicious, I guess. They all kind of sounded equally suspicious, basically.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years.
What's next, then?
Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
I mean, did your father die so you could find the evidence? Or, like, why was he so willing to die? Clearly he cared about you, right? Jacques' motive?
Ah, you're right! Florent mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
And then, like, passed the gun to her father, and then he shot next? I'm so confused. If I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired a shot at all.
Oh? And why is that?
Could he guarantee his safety after killing Callus? His family's safety.
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father.
Okay, but he killed him? Seems the third person was the one who derailed everything. So, it was like a self-sacrificial, right?
Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
I mean, that happened years ago, so it's not like we could get complete evidence.
It's obvious that
It's
our enemy
a lot
has become
like
more
Lenny's
antsy after the secret
case.
of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we
Where is this the sea?
Given everything
Is it like an
that's
actual
happened
ocean
since,
sea?
it's
Or
quite possible.
is it just like special
Who
water
among
called a
3
sea?
suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
The only one would be Thierry.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for
I mean, he said he
use.
didn't have the power to, but he could be
I
lying.
didn't feel like he was lying when he was
He
talking
could
to us
be.
about the mecha. I also
What, do
don't
we need
think
a
he'd
lie
be able to
detector?
keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha
So then it would be the third guy.
it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Marcel?
Uncle Marcel?
Is it not him
My
either?
father did really trust him,
Oh?
and they worked together on a large number of
Wait a
projects.
minute.
Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques.
Is it
And
him?
with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex.
Ooh.
Still really hard for me to
Oh,
imagine, though.
yeah.
After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Okay, wait. No, nothing makes sense then. How would it be Florent?
Florent?
Florent. However you say it.
It is true that he was closest to my father.
Okay, so
and
it's
thus had the
none of
best
them?
chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security. So he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So is
So
it
you're
Marcel
saying
or
he's
Silver?
Too broke to afford a mecha?
I'm most suspicious of Silver.
Exactly.
He's
He
too
can't.
broke.
And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
Marcel or Silver? Are they not one of them? Florent the advisor, I don't know. If we just consider the incident with the Gardamex, the only one person really fits the bill. Because he could afford them.
You know, if you think everything through,
Didn't we say it was
Uncle
Marcel
Marcel
before?
is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
And she denied it?
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
It could be
Has always
Malus.
been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
Could it be Marcel or Silver,
Even if I
though?
don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Not Marcel, Malus. I kept saying Marcel. I don't mean the Marcel guy. I mean, could it be the old guy or Silver? He's someone who's very close to you, after all.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
The synth production base. But if we go there, then they're just gonna... I don't know, it's dangerous.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
So we're gonna charge in their base.
We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Did something happen?
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
I mean, he looks
Yeah.
like a guy from the
Came
cards.
From Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Another trial?
Isn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Oh no! Wait a minute, what did he do?
What? Is that someone you know?
Oh no! I knew he was gonna cause trouble somehow, but he said he was well, he could have been lying. But he said that he was going to, fight the, what was it? He was gonna fight the Challenger Duelist people.
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
What?
It's absurd.
Well, he did
don't you
have an
think?
it that awakened
How?
inside of him.
None of our investigations
Which is
have
why
had
that one
anything to do
person
with him.
taught him how
That's
to
what I thought
battle,
was strange
because it
about
would be
so
useful in the
I came to
future.
tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support.
Do we
any
have
of
to
our
defend
planned
him too?
investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Oh, so if Child
understand.
gets accused, then it'll be harder for us to prove
Well,
our
Peggy,
evidence.
What do you think we should do?
Because
We
they
still haven't
think
found
that
any conclusive evidence.
it would have been Child, so then they'll be like, nope, case closed, nothing happened. Let's split up.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
Do I go to the courthouse? You go to Irenaeus, well, I go to investigate that place.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open.
Child literally just
This
entered
is our best
Fontaine.
opportunity.
Probably.
All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the opera house.
Oh,
and
the poor
charge
guy.
Marcel as the true culprit.
I
won't
mean,
have
he
any chance of making
did
that charge
try
stick,
to
though,
flood.
Unless we find more evidence. It'll be up
Leeway.
to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Ah, so it was like how you handed the evidence of the lady still being alive in was it Linny's case?
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
So they're going to defend Child
Hello,
then.
Silver. When did you two get here?
To our advantage,
We
I
heard
guess.
that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance.
What is
It's our
Poisson?
hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Aww.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
Okay, I guess we're going to some dangerous facility just to break in and find evidence that I don't know where could be. Combining the information regarding the Gardamex and investigation results so far, it can be concluded that there is only one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession and run the synth business without leaving traces. This person is none other than Marcel. Oh, I knew Child was gonna get himself into some crap.
Now that
Apparently he
Nadia
did.
has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Oh, it only drops one foul. I forgot that you can get these type of flowers by activating them with Hydro.
Time to go.
It's really cool.
Into the wind.
No, I'm not trying to follow you, Sealy. Clearly, you need the Sealies to go over to those, but I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't need to do that. Find the entrance to the headquarters.
According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater.
Why?
Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Too shallow. So I've realized something. When I try to do this like dolphin thing, can't do it with Kazuha no matter how hard I try. Let's try with Xiangling. Can't do it with Xiangling. How about Barbara? I'm sprinting and then it immediately stops me when I do that. Is that like the courthouse or something? What is that? Wait, does it just float me back up to the surface? What was that? Oh, maybe I accidentally pressed space. But, try it with Lumine. And I could do it with her just fine. Why can't I do it with my other characters and can do it with Lumine? Well, sometimes. I need to be at a certain angle, I think. I can't do it with other characters, though. It is so weird. Alright. Back underwater. This is so creepy and cool at the same time. I like how he's just been in circles. And the entrance to the headquarters. Well, this looks like an entrance To me. Don't get the Hydroculus, please.
Found it. Huh.
You can talk underwater?
This is the entrance that leads to the synth production base.
I mean, I could talk underwater
Sure
too, but
doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
Paimon? Oh, there's even animations for this. This is so cool. Well, they don't want it to stand out.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms.
Is there still gonna be
Probably
people
fighting
inside?
another storm right now to stall for us.
Meanwhile, inside the opera eclipse. Oh, I get to see it! Oh, heck yeah. Oh, wait, so we're waiting for it to storm? Because the court is going on? Or opera, whatever.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are
What
the true
crap
culprit
did you get
behind the
yourself into,
serial
Tartaglia?
disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest,
Why do you have two code
I don't
names?
understand your
Stick with
country's
one!
complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
It's because your
However,
Fatui
I do
name
hear that
and your
people who have
code
been
name.
charged can choose
Because
to
you don't want them to
participate
know
in a
your
duel to
actual
clear
name?
their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorette,
Oh
right?
my god, you just want to fight them.
I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
You are too
When I
cocky for your
privately
own
sparred
good.
with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Last time?
Real disappointing.
Hey!
Was that like right
don't
before
you
this happened?
Understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be
entered
looking for
Fontaine!
fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to
Didn't he
lecture me
say
on
like
the ways
something
of
was
the
making
Opera
him mad
House.
because of
Then why
it,
don't
quote unquote?
you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Oh my god, child.
No. That's not what I meant.
Oh, can she not battle?
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little
Yeah,
progress.
because it's
In that
child. All
case,
he
let me
likes
explain
is
everything from the
fighting.
very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Oh my god, there's
Change your
audience
judgment again.
members.
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an
She needs to
exception
stall
rather than standard
time for
court
us.
protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh man.
Please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
And who are you
And
gonna say
if
the
my
true
charges
culprit
prove
is?
true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name.
Because of
How
me.
Fascinating. Well,
Kind.
I've gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway.
He likes
Take you up
fighting.
on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the
Oh,
suspicions
child, you're
against you have been
too
lifted.
cocky.
Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Are you gonna do the uncle? Oh man, wait a minute.
Marcel, the
Wait,
head
did
of
I do that
Confrérie
correctly?
Of Cabriere.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
Never heard of them.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Oh my
Please
god,
let me
I
remind
hate
you, Miss
people
Navia,
who are
that
trying to
charging
just search for
someone is an
drama.
incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated
This is
with
not
it.
like some show
If the
you
charge
watch.
fails,
It could be a
depending on the
battle to the
circumstances,
death.
You may also be charged with the crime of making a false
Oh,
accusation.
Navia.
Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes.
Oh no.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court.
Wait,
Members of the guards, Please contact
her
Mr.
men in
Marcel
black,
right
her
away so that
attorneys?
he may stand trial.
Oh, she has to sell for time till I find evidence.
Mr. Marcel.
Oh, child, you are in deep trouble after I find evidence.
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that
Hold
I was
on.
the one who killed your father?
I mean, obviously not, because that was chlorine, but still. Give me 1 second. I like the intense music.
Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me
But
a
you
suspect,
could be behind the
wouldn't that make everyone at that
scenes.
banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly.
You
correct,
are the
Your Honor. I
Archon.
must
Wait.
refresh everyone's memory about that case.
I'm
before I can explain my charge
confused
and reasoning.
about Farina.
I see.
She doesn't
In which
seem
case,
that
I will
powerful
recount
to
the
be an
findings about that
Archon.
case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, it's Novelette
On the day
versus
of the murder,
Navia.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Is it gonna play? Or do I have to click it?
During
I have
the
to
banquet,
click it, of
all
course.
attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound.
Okay, but before Navia said friend, didn't she?
The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life.
Okay, but I think it was something of self-defense. If only we could ask the dead what happened.
The suspect did not dispute this conclusion.
Oh, he's
and
an
also
eye patch.
declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
And died in that duel. But why? And it was also raining and there's water.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Yeah, makes sense. She was pretty scary. Oh boy.
These are
I'm
the
just
known
gonna be
facts
guessing,
about the
basically.
case.
Wait 1 second. Okay.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
I'm
Thank you for the
confused about
summary,
all
Your
of
Honor.
this. I'm gonna be guessing.
Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
What is the primordial sea? What's she gonna say?
Something.
I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna be guessing all of this. No? During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. According to the investigation, Callus, who had motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. I don't know any of these! She's just gonna be saying, huh, a lot. There we go.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Protection of Callus, and then the third guy shot Jacques, and then Callus took the gun, making him seem bad? Did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, the details of the case point towards the person and possible existence of a third person on the scene. Who's that third person? Third person that disappeared? No. There we go.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
I'm still a little confused. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like these people.
Something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been
What is the primordial sea?
What a great theory.
Is that where Paimon came
It
from?
also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives.
Is it the sea that's, like, where those blocks
Mr.
are?
Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Yeah, Nula
But
can't do it all
I agree
for
with
you.
everything Navia just said.
You agree with it?
There was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're going.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
You're one to talk. You shouldn't even be here.
But I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all
His
missing
eyebrows are
persons
still
from
twitching.
around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
She's acting a little
Maybe she's
different
scared of
always.
embarrassing herself again?
Probably.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as
There's
you
chlorine!
described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court?
Exactly.
If he had testified that a
That
person
makes
had
him
been
seem
dissolved,
guilty again.
He could have at least mounted a defense.
I mean, not that it would
And
work,
the
but
answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
I am so confused of all of
If
this.
the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course.
So he risked his life for you then?
The truth of the matter and determined that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more
You're
time
the
to grow and
boss!
learn. And
Although
once
they did
I had figured out
try
the
to target you
truth and
recently.
stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
Girl boss!
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's what he
That's right.
achieved.
Do you have any proof?
I
Of
mean,
course.
he died!
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Woo! Chlorine!
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
Whoa!
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did.
Ooh!
As
Could
a
you, like,
champion
feel
duelist,
it or something?
I've fought
Or?
many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives.
Yeah, that's a
In my
little
line of
dark.
work, I've seen all kinds of
And
people
maybe
give
I
their all
don't
for
want
the
to be one of the
faintest hope to continue
challengers.
living.
I
Some
don't
were
want to take
determined,
any lives
others
other than the
passionate,
people who betray
and
me,
some even
but
manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
he
I
was
hereby
looking to
swear on
die.
my name and honor as a champion duelist.
But your name
that
is
Mr. Callus
Chlorine!
never intended to leave the ring alive.
Aww.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
There's literally a person
What she said
that
was
disappeared
fascinating, but kind of
when
beside the point.
Jacques died.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of time.
Is the thingy moving? I hear something moving.
In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act
Is that the
after hearing
judge
2
thingy?
gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
Yeah, they almost
Culprit
were
could
identified.
Only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Ooh, sus.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though.
Did you
You've always been an
kill?
impulsive and sentimental child, Navia.
Did
It's
you
one of
kill
your
2
most endearing
people?
traits.
Probably more.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events?
Yeah.
On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
That's also what I was thinking. Man, this is difficult.
Don't know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list.
Yeah, aren't we the ones doing the
Alas,
investigations?
who
Where
won't
are
feel
we
at least a little
anyways?
hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your
Are
own
we
daughter?
actively like searching
But
the
if I were to
ruins?
dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah, well. Let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again.
Timing?
I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain.
I mean, human trafficking?
In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya
Oh my god, that was the case with
and work
Lynette!
in some trade. My
Human
business only
trafficking,
thrived
they
when I
took...
received Callus's patronage.
Well, I mean, I guess they didn't
But the
take
disappearances
Lynette.
began
Lynette
before
doesn't
I ever stepped
disappear.
foot in Fontaine.
But...
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
Lynette was sold,
No.
I think.
It's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
And he is like a high businessman, right?
Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the
Okay,
serial
wait, this sounds similar to the
You can
case
also
with
take a look at my border
Lynette,
entry
though.
records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time.
Oh, you were from Snezhnaya?
Do something to appease
Oh, that makes you so much more suspicious. Speaking of, is Child still in the crowd?
Wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Oh no!
I think you've done a superb job.
Where
of
are we with the
dissecting your
evidence?
father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious instead of dwelling
Or
only
he
on your
wished
own
for her to
feelings.
find the truth.
Once you've
Actually,
learned to
he
be more
wished for
considerate
both,
of
I
others'
think.
feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Either for her to have a happy life or for her
This
to
isn't
investigate.
just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Ooh! Oh, he knows the name Vacher!
So you do know that name.
I've merely surprised.
Unless his name is Vacher?
Never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
A little while earlier at the entrance to the synth production base. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, no, we just got to the Vacher thing. I completely forgot about Vacher. No. Dang it. Ah, crap. Fine. Alright, well, let's see what's over here. Woo! Did not realize that was the end of the water. Well, why is it slanted? What is that? How does this water work? I don't understand. What is this? Why is there a party set up as if it's a minigame type thing? I love the Galaxy Abyss feel to this. Well, that's why there's a party set up. Is the door gonna close behind me?
Let's dance.
Really expecting the door to close behind me unless this is like a major challenge over here? Where's the Numena thing? There's no Numena thing.
One with nature.
What is this? I did something. What did I do? Why does that look like a statue of a person? No, really? I had noticed.
In the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be more enemies. I like that they leave the chest just out in the open. But I wish I could get more Prima Gems from it. Ooh, why do you need to have a water tank underwater? That's a little weird. So many gears.
We need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way.
Leap of faith, as Amber said.
Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
There's a crab. Are we gonna use the crab's power? Zoop. Take that. What is is this? Clearly something I'm not supposed to investigate. What about this? Breakable wall! Yes! Yeah, I can't do that with any other character. I don't like that. I'm gonna... Oh, god dang it. I wanted to switch back to Lumine. Oh, it rises the water level. I was gonna say, like, how do I get onto a platform if...
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
If,
But
like,
this
it
is still a
raises up
ways away
before I
from where we need
get
to
on
go.
it. So, there has to be, like, another puzzle. Let me go down so that I can do my dolphin thing, because it's fun. Whee! Oh, it's so fun. If I can just get up. I love the animations, just everything in Fontaine. It's so cool. Ooh, hi. I completely expected you.
Let the show be.
I don't like that these look like cats. They're like electronic Rishbone and tigers.
One with nature.
Come on.
Nice and spicy.
Only the cats can really be pulled, which I don't like. These guys can't really be pulled. You'll have to focus on them separately. There we go.
Into the wind.
Is there a way to stun you guys without Numena? Because... Oh, I like that it actually makes... It's not new at all, but I like that it makes a sound of freezing when you do freeze.
One with nature.
Well, sometimes when I fight these mechas, it doesn't, like, show Numenas to stun them. Or at least weaken them.
The wind knows me.
So, I don't entirely understand that, but maybe they purposefully don't make it available all the time? I don't know. How many primos do I have? Is it gonna let me see? Yes. I don't even have enough for one wish! Man! Dang it! Is that gonna raise it all the way? Yep. Convenient. Yeah, I'm actually surprised there's no people here. Why is there no people here?
It's clear. Let's go.
Only mechas. I feel like she actually swims faster than she does sprint. Still cool. Oops. No, let me do that. God dang it. I want to get onto it perfectly. Oh, and of course the door closed, so it didn't flood. Whee! Oh, I love that so much. I'll never get tired of that. Alright, I feel like there's gonna be people here. This place is just abandoned. Like, they don't care that people are gonna uncover their secrets. I mean, there's books here, too. Did the mechas take over? Oh, there's the different kind of mechas that attacked us earlier. I don't like how these stairs assembled like it did in Hogwarts Legacy. This place doesn't technically involve magic, though it does? It's not the same type of magic as in... What is that floor doing? That is so trippy. It's not the same type of magic that's in Hogwarts Legacy. That's like spell magic. This is like elemental magic, I guess?
Time to go.
Okay, so not gonna be able to avoid your attacks perfectly, but I don't care.
One with nature.
Yeah, because you guys don't do that much damage.
Let's dance.
I say it, he's gonna kill me in like one shot.
Windblade.
Why does there seem like there's statues of people? Where did the cat come from? Why are you guys here?
The wind knows me.
God, I'm so used to creatures attacking 3 times that I just dodged 3 times as well when they only attack 2 times. Oh my god, Genshin has given me PTSD. Alright, what's over here? More ruins, I guess. Did, like, the people set those megas up? Or do they have... Oh. Do they have a mind of their own?
We finally made it to the innermost sanctum.
Okay, but this looks like the thingy in...
The mastermind isn't here.
Yeah. This looks like the thingy that's in the Sumeru Desert, which is really creepy. Like the Sumeru Desert closest to Fontaine. If I'm not mistaken, he's being charged by Navia as we speak.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence.
Doesn't he have like mastermind minions or something? Or what? How does that work? How are we gonna find evidence against him? I'm confused. This is
What's all this?
bunch of chests.
It's a bunch of really cute things.
What are the really cute things?
Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
So, stuff for women then? There's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
I was about to say, was it related to the Oceanid lady? But that could be as well.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here?
Probably. If it has different girls' names. Okay, but that's kind of sadist to collect the girls' things too, if they're actually dead.
And then they were turned into water.
Let's just hope we don't step in any puddles.
And all the boxes of things. These names.
Okay, but what motive would he have to turn girls into water? It doesn't make sense. Missing persons' possessions. You discover objects with... Are we just gonna take this all back to the court? Or, not the court, the opera? Because that seems like a lot of stuff to carry. You discovered objects within the containers labeled with the names of those who own them within the depths of the HQ. The names here must have something to do with the victims. In the serial disappearances case, this might be proof that this was their final stop. Okay, that's a little deep. Thought I was just collecting some type of, I don't know, artifact or food or something like that, but I'm not entirely surprised that that's there. This looks like the stuff that's in the desert, though. Like, where was it? I think it was, like, kind of here, and then there was, like, a portal in the sky here. I think there's actually a quest for that, but we'll get to that when I feel like getting to that. Bottles.
Whoa. There's so much synth here.
It looks like...
And so
Oh,
many
that's
bottles of
synth! That looks like
ingredients
Galaxy.
that just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
Oh, we should probably dump them out, right?
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink. Stock sample?
Is there a recipe book by
They also
chance?
got all the synth pretty clearly labeled.
Okay, so the synth makes you lose your mind. And the primordial seawater makes you disappear?
Whoa,
Do you,
there's
like,
even
go anywhere? Or fruit-flavored synth? Well, that probably proves that this is where they produce synth.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Oh, so it is the galaxy type stuff. A popular potion circulating quite wildly. It gives the drinker a very pleasant experience for a short time, but its side effects are equally as strong. The producer makes these special characteristics to earn a massive profit from its trade. Okay, so it's drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. They're bad for you. Alright, what about the desk?
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the
Jacob
primordial
Ingold?
sea. and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough.
So, if the Primordial Sea is like an actual ocean, if people from Fontaine like jumped into it, would they just immediately disappear?
The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Oh no! Wait, resurface from the water of the primordial sea. So then it must be like an ocean sea. Right? And then they just like dove in and then they never resurfaced. Oh, that's cute.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before.
Oh.
How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone?
How can you tell what tone of text it is?
You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vigneri, who's dissolved. Wait a minute! Oh, what's this guy's name?
So that's why you did all of
Wait, what was the name? What was the name of the Oceanid's boyfriend? What was his name? Because that might be this researcher.
Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
So he's trying. This guy here is trying to find a way to cure the dissolving. Vasher, that's his name.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
He is the researcher.
You mean Vasher is the one who did all of these?
So then that's the name of the Oceanid that I saw. Then why did I see her as Oceanid and not like a normal lady if I saw her at all? I'm confused. How did I even see her? He signed off on a bunch of experiment reports. The voice I heard from the fountain was probably Vigneri.
So that's it! Vasher was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
He wanted a way to bring his lover back after she already dissolved. But then he must have something to do with all of this, right? There must be more to... Yeah, there must be more to this than meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Man, that is deep! Vasher's experimental records. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Okay, so if multiple people can disappear, men and women, as we saw at the opera, then why did they only have women here? That's so weird. There are many records like these. I'm confused. I want to examine the pool last because that's the most interesting to me. What is this?
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
Aha.
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jacques' case. Jacques, however you say his name.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Okay, yeah, so they knew Jacques wouldn't go through with it, so they killed Jacques and then pin the blame on Callus.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
But then why would the third person make themselves disappear? So then Callus wouldn't have evidence? Because it was raining and then they wouldn't have solidified, literally, evidence of a third person? And then it would just make Callus seem crazy?
The exact content of the key information.
It's like, oh yeah, he melted himself. He melted in the rain.
Organization.
He's an evil witch.
The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
Oh man, that's deep.
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia.
Declare war?
Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
They planned this well in advance. Man, they're a shady organization.
They're all just so evil.
Callus's investigation report. Clues concerning the Callus case that were found inside the bookshelf. The mastermind did not believe that Jacques would do the deed and thus sent a third party to ensure Callus's death. I mean, Callus did technically die in the end, but oh man, it's deep and so confusing at the same time. The content that followed also defined the culprit's motive to some extent. Man. Alright. Oh, I just realized I have no other characters here. I just realized it was just Lumine. The last piece of evidence?
There's an important looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
Oh, so this is the Primordial Sea, but I mean, it doesn't look like much of a sea, per se. But where did this water even come from? Did this water come directly from Celestia? Like how the spikes fell from the sky, this fell from the sky? I mean, unless it came from Conria, because the water isn't acting like normal water. It's dripping up. Upside down water. Okay, this could be related to Conria.
That means
just a personal theory.
Where they make all the synth, and that special water is the main ingredient.
Deep.
If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human.
Oh, okay.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Primordial seawater pool. The pool found within the HQ is filled with water from the primordial sea. The mastermind can use this to create synth and directly use it to dissolve people. Should we, like, tell the court and the guards to, like, come here to see it for themselves? Or do we, like, take a picture of it? How do they just, like, trust us completely? Like, oh yeah, we totally trust you that you found this primordial seawater pool. We'll trust your word, because that's totally solidified evidence.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But
who really is this Vacher? I think it's the guy with the M name, whatever his name was. I don't remember. Marcel? What's his name?
Yeah.
The guy that Navi is going to court against.
His true identity. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way,
because he didn't want to be caught.
Back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Look for clues related to Vacher. Alright, but where? Wait 1 second. Where are clues related to Vasher? Ooh, why is that black? Where did this even come from? Oh! There we go. So, wait a minute. Gotta investigate this again?
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
After some time.
Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat them if you did find them. Found it? What did I find?
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
Ooh, is that a journal?
Isn't that Vasher's lover's name?
The Oceanid's name. The Oceanid lady.
Then you found her diary.
Oh, was it in the chest of the women's thingies?
Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
Aw.
She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Take a look at this page. She made a list of baby names. Oh no, wait. Wait, that's why she appeared at the fountain. On the circled one.
So many. A whole page's worth. But they're all crossed out.
Except
Was
one.
she unhappy with all of them?
I mean, deciding a person's name is a big thing.
The final name she decided on was...
Marcel?
Marcel.
No way!
Wait.
It is!
Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Vinier's grown son?
Either that, or he took the guise of Marcel. And Viginiere's and her son both died. Let's go. Oh, we found it immediately.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Viginiere's notebook, a notebook belonging to the name of Viginiere. She recorded many stories of her time with her lover, Vacher. On one of these pages, she prepared names for their future child, and the name she settled on was Marcel. I mean, I personally don't think the name Marcel is too out of the ordinary. No offense.
And whose image do you see, Marcel?
Marcel, are you their child, or are you Vacher?
Is it a man named Vacher?
Vacher.
Oh, so you do know that name.
Audibly grunts.
You'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh wow! Oh right, because it said that happened previously.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Did we? You say you've never heard of Vacher. What? How is that not it? There we go. It's the first one that I was thinking.
But the truth of it, Marcel,
She talks!
you've always been Vacher.
Wait, I just realized we're doing the objection thing. No way. I love that. Ooh!
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything.
His lair.
After your lover, Vinier
So was he the only one there? Because they like abandoned it or what? Why was that empty?
You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of
Marcel was supposed to be your son.
That's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
He's
Also
been
never
caught.
understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
So he's insane.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial...
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
You just want your lover back, but you killed people to get her back. Oh, there's Child. He's still here.
Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
Okay, sad backstory. I get it, but you don't need to kill people to try to find a way to bring back the love of your life, right?
Were laughing at me. They said
why are you trying to kill me?
Can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief.
Yeah, you have.
Brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved
You're just
drama.
insane.
I'm turning a blind eye to
Do you
the
really
suffering of the
think
people.
you're...
Vignier is dead.
Do you really think your lover would want you to kill people just to bring her back? She's told us to tell you to forget about
But
her.
I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Oh, you can't even be dissolved because you're not from Fontaine.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve.
Yeah, he's
Do you all
insane.
see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
To kill people?
And in the end, that accursed
She would
Callus
hate you.
still got the
Anyone
better
would
of me.
hate you for doing that, even if you did bring her back to life.
Living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
He's
The
gone
suspect
insane.
is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Yeah.
Guards, please restrain him.
Please.
Don't touch me. Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignier. I promise. We made a promise.
So does that mean your child died as well?
Vignier. Please, Vignier. Don't think badly of me.
Or is that just for like future child names? I'm confused.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With
You
Mr.
way you were
Marcel's
so
conviction,
cool.
The charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Yeah!
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might
Okay,
review
but to
and
be fair,
summarize the
Child
truth
is
behind the
still
serial disappearances
suspicious because of the thing that his master mentioned.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in
Oh, it was
front of
just an
Vacher as a result.
accident.
Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier.
Oh, he
back to
did
life.
young women specifically to
cover
find
his
the cure
tracks,
specifically.
He invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson.
To kidnap young women.
During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth.
And
However,
investigating
as
it, he
accumulated
can't
wealth
even
to fund
die,
his
so he
continued
doesn't have to
research and
worry
expanded
about
the
it.
scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn
I like
Callus
that
into the
there's
murder
like a
suspect
whole
by
rundown
dissolving
too,
the
so it
assassin he sent
makes
to
you
the scene.
understand what
And just
actually
recently,
went down.
Vacher attempted to frame
Should have
Lenny
done
as
this
the
in other
culprit of the
nations.
serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Lenny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of
I like how he's just standing sassy like, you be sassy, child.
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
I don't like that there's an audience. It's not a TV show or like an actual opera. It's life and death. I like that it looks like a ticket. And, you know, issuing the final verdict. Due to the people's wishes of judgment?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique
Oratrice,
d'Analyse
that's what it's
Cardinal, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Yeah.
Guards, take Vacher away.
She doesn't seem to have a lot of power. I mean, she's not even by the Oratrice.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history.
Okay, but I don't like you guys.
Polite and well-spoken guy.
It's always the nice guys that are the murderers.
People, and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Navia.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
But she also learned that she was betrayed.
Our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
But she's literally been betrayed.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
Okay, but will she still be a target on the people's back? Because she took down Vacher?
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Aww.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama?
Oh yeah, of
The
course
villain
you
has
would
been
say
caught,
that.
Justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy
How
ending.
did you end up here?
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way,
You're
I've
just
still
gonna
got some
walk
business
out?
to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me.
Oh my god.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
There he is.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to
I
court
love his
protocol,
sassiness.
Since this trial was
I love
initiated
his
due to a
eyes.
charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can
What did
conclude.
you even do?
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary?
He has nothing to
Haven't
do
you
with it.
already caught the real
right?
criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage
Side
left?
characters, he says.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
I like that his shawl thingy kind of looks like those collectible triangle things that give you Mora. It's cool.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle.
He's
All I
so
need to do is
defeated.
stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Make it seem like it's no big
Through
deal
evidence
going to
presented
court.
in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to render the final verdict on the charges.
Oh?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Tartaglia
Just say the
is
Oratrice.
guilty.
How?
What?
Who
Hey,
controls
hey,
the Oratrice?
That's not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your
How?
justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
Hey!
Do you think the Oratrice
Well,
might have just convicted him
yeah,
on
I
general principle?
guess.
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in
How
this case,
does the
right?
Oratrice even work? What are the relationships of Farina and Nouvellette? I'm confused. Child had been declared guilty by the Oratrice. Just what's going on here? Because, Linny was trying to investigate the Oratrice, he heard a voice and then left because he was creeped out.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
Even he is
Guards,
shocked, I think.
Please take the suspect into custody.
At least
per
he
court
sounds
protocol.
shocked. He doesn't look shocked. Ooh, cutscene! Oh no. Oh, I knew it.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine.
I knew he was gonna fight.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Wait, but he's using a delusion without a vision. Uh-oh. Oh, you're gonna only put yourself in more trouble. I mean, you are a Fatui Harbinger, but... Oh, seriously, dude. Well, he did say he was getting mad for some reason when he entered Fontaine. Oh, no. No, don't tell me we're gonna have to fight him again. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Nuvolette did something. What did Nuvolette do? I see blue.
I am sorry.
Oh my god.
If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court...
Did he just jump on him? Literally? Why did he take down his foul legacy in a second? Wait. Wait. Nuvolette was glowing for a second.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette?
Wait a minute.
Shouldn't he have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation.
Oh my
However,
god,
according
he
to the rules
literally just
established at the
stomped on his
conception of Fontaine's court
face.
system, the Oratrice's judgment is the
Because
final
Child
verdict
is
of the court.
moody right
All
now
I do
for
is
some
follow court
reason.
procedure.
Because
As for
of
why the
quote
Oratrice
unquote
arrived at
it.
the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
More knowledgeable than you? Oh, Frina. If even the Chief Justice doesn't know, did we have no choice but to ask the Archon herself? Oh, now we gotta defend Child somehow. Come on!
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with
You
it.
created Oratrice!
I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
You created the Oratrice, Frina! You're the only one that knows.
But that's impossible.
Unless you're being
Didn't
framed
she create
somehow.
the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
Uh-oh.
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you
I think she's
really
only
believe
saying
that
this
the
because she's in
judgment could be
trouble from her own
mistaken
people.
Or be the result of some
Celebrity
sort of random
falling.
mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
Yeah, you had.
Now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what
She still has no idea. She's just
However, given the
fabricating
state of
it.
things,
We have to talk to
shall
her
give you
privately.
An explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Uh-oh.
If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance
I
of
think she's just saying this just because she was put in trouble.
not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and
I want Farina as a playable character.
unforgivable. All
But I don't know
shall
when her
be
banner is.
revealed in time. You will come to understand
She has a
my
banner.
noble
She should have a
intentions,
banner, I think.
as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
I mean, I feel like if she wasn't the Hydra Archon, she would have an Electrovision for sure.
Having said that, although I hate to leave
Why
things
does Chlorine
hanging
have
in
an
suspense,
Electrovision?
It is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my
Yeah, actress. We gotta follow her.
She chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Aha.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
Yep.
As for the
Even
truth,
Nouvellette
it's
knows.
unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity.
Thank you!
Just as I promised.
I love
If the
Nouvellette
judgment
so
has been
much!
incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad
Okay,
stuff.
but Nouvellette attacked Child when he was going into his foul legacy mode. And he knocked him out. He stomped on his head. From what I saw, he glowed. He jumped. He stomped on his head. Yes, he had the momentum to knock him out. While he was transforming into his foul legacy mode. Nouvellette, you're only proving yourself more cool. Why are you so tall? Why is Kazuha so low in HP, though?
Took him down. Who are you really?
Exactly!
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine.
Stop lying.
of course.
Please tell me your
If officers of
backstory.
the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it.
I already
then
know
it
you're
makes a
hundreds of
mockery
years
of
old, but
justice.
how? You have to have some relation to Farina. Clearly, you have more power than she does. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here, and we'll pick this back up next time, where we're gonna figure out what the heck all of that just was, what the Oratrice is being controlled by. Yeah, I really feel like they shouldn't trust on a machine to issue a final verdict. But that also depends who and what controls the machine. If not even Farina or even Nouvellette can control the machine, then who can? I have so many questions, but I guess that will be answered next time. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, or wherever you're in this crazy world, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye! End with the dramatic music.